Barry?
Our self-managed medical is moving forward. We did have an agreement with our current nurse practitioner to stay on board. She has since decided she asked for more money to stay on instead of just staying on. We have a local, very unique situation, but we have a local doctor now office that is very interested. It's expressing interest, and they're in a review of it. And two, we've got some other options on medical, providing the actual doctor service. But we're hoping to have that done in short order, which is just a few weeks away. We'll be on our own. One thing we do have to have approval for today, it's not part of the bills, I don't know if they put it in on the extension of bills, is Collio Technology. We've got to have a technology company to support the hosting of the cloud for our medical records. And it'll be a $50 a user per month, which we anticipate being less than 10 users, but we have to have $1,830 approval to the technology company to get them started on getting our electronic medical records set up for cloud storage.
Over the...
Yes. It's us having our own medical records, our own medical records.
So you need $1,800?
$1,830 to get that started.
So that $100,000 transfer, it's an addition?
Yeah.
Motion?
No, you don't have to do it at $100,000.
No, well, I did the motion on $1,830.
$1,830.
Motion.
Mr. Masters?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Wigger?
Yes.
Mr. Quayle? Yes. Yes.
Also, this morning's count, 324, we had 34 on stack of bumps. That included us taking up our program space again, because it gets just too heavy for us to hold. So we're really anxious about the other building getting completed. It is nearing. We're down to doing insulation and getting drywall ordered and stuff, so we're hoping that we'll be able to occupy it by January. The cost of that building is we'll have a change order on some of the things that have changed in the bid. I think the first bid came in $47,000. I think it's gonna go right over 50. I'm sure it's gonna go over 50. But we'll have that change order at the next meeting, but it's gonna be very much a big plus for the operation when we get that building, get to move the property room out and occupy it as an additional program space.
How many of them were county? How many were county?
Counties, 74.
74.
74 Marion County, and Washington County was 27.
34%.
Yeah, it's
Getting high.
very good.
Can't control it.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else, Barry? Thank you, Barry. Appreciate it. Robbie?
For the month of November, we made $197 per from January 1 to this morning, we made $2,678 per service for the year. Other than that, I'd like to move out of the shift supervisor.
Motion.
Pay for it.
Motion?
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Masters?
Yes.
Mr. Quayle?
Yes.
Mr. Wigger?
Yes.
Unanimous.
That's all I have. I'm sure I have any questions or anything else.
You got the remount down there, right?
That's Tennessee, they start. I expect we'll get this back. I'm hoping about another one.
Good deal.
Sounds good, Robert. Thank you.
Like one short right now, or? Oh, okay.
Hey, here. Thank you, Rob.
I didn't get a chance to talk to her. I don't know if you did.
She was in here earlier today, but I think everything's going okay. I think the venting's a lot better than it was. Stanley was out there working on the furnace yesterday, and he said that it was a lot better out there, so. Terry?
For the office traffic for this month is 293. The job fairs are calming down a little bit because of the holidays for November and December. We'll start back, a lot of them are going to job fairs in January. We're really going into Washington County, Marion County schools to educate the teachers on the workforce because they're the ones that talk to the youth about their education, their workforce, and we're going in to try to educate them on soft skills and things like that with Washington County, but we got canceled for the snow yesterday, but we'll meet with them in January with the teachers, and then we also are working heavily with Marion County Detention Center. Our goal is to do a work release still. And we bring in an employer each month for the detention center, like Montebello, Wilbur, and we do the workshops. We still do that, resume writing and mock interviews. We also do a lot of the career clubs. Again, we're trying to get them ready for the workforce, with soft skills, and also hopefully we'll get a lot placed in employment too, and also help with co-ops. Everything else right now it's been really good in the Career Center. It's been more free since we hired a secretary. I want to thank you all for allowing her to be part of our team.
Thank you.
You say the unemployment rate was now 3.8, is it?
3.8. And also I want to let you all know we're doing the SNAP program in our office, the able bodies, the work requirements. The SNAP for able bodies went down to, it's 46.9% that are off SNAP benefits. And that's a male and female with no children. They do not have any disabilities or any mental at all. These are able bodies that are able to work. So it is working. I can't say they're all going straight to the workforce, but they're off SNAP. So they're going to have to do something. So hopefully some of them are going to the workforce, some are still doing cash. And a lot of people, we're seeing that more and more, they do cash instead of really paying into taxes and get a real job. So we're working on getting them full time and also retirement and 401k and everything.
Good.
Thank you.
Come on, what Terry was saying there about our option with work release and stuff, of course, we're hoping to get some of our child support. We'd like to get some of them back at work. But the state did approve the regulations on a reentry center, which will be operated by county government, particularly your jails and stuff. And the same thing we discussed early last year was about the construction of an 80-bed reentry center, which would be individuals leaving incarceration and processing back into the workforce. And these individuals would still be under supervision of the state, which under the jail, that they would work in the industry in the county. Those regulations have been approved and pushed through. I spoke with Terry Loper, the Department of Local Development and Agriculture. They're looking at money to invest in building some of the, or maybe possibly helping with that, but it may be probably the first of the year before we'll know anything on the funds. All right, I'm ready to.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we need it. Laurie?
News to report. I've been very busy the last month. I've attended several training courses and working on a calendar for 2019, which I'm going to do.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
I want to go to old business, new business. I've got a couple things there before we go into executive session. Consider approval of an annual order setting maximum amount for deputies and assistants to be $500,319. Last year, that amount was $500,691.52, so it's down about $370 from last year. Sheriff's Department.
Motion. Yes.
Very good. Second. Yes. Mr. Bishop. Yes. Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
And Mr. Quill.
Yes.
The next item kind of pertains to the fire tire removal and relocation. In doing so, we need to sell that property back to the Industrial Foundation for the amount of $26,340. Just need to consider approval of selling that property back to Industrial Foundation.
Motion.
Second.
They ought to do for the money, aren't they?
I think so.
Master.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop. Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. West.
Yes.
Unanimous.
At this time, I would like to go into executive session. Where we at here?
Motion.
Mr. Masterson.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop. Yes.
Discussion of litigation 61.810 1C.
And Mr. Wicker. Yeah, Will's here.
Oh, yours seems confused.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you.
I don't know what it is.
Out of executive session.
Motion.
Second. Third and fourth.
Mr. West. Mr. Wicker. Mr. Bishop. Yes. Mr. Masterson.
Yes.
No action was taken in the executive session. The next item is payment of bills with additions.
Motion.
Second. Mr. Masterson.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. West. Yes. Unanimous.
Anybody else got anything?
Loretta Daycare. I'm gonna ask my $10,000 money to them. They struggle constantly. I've been supporting them for years. They requested operational costs. I'd like to court okay that.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Coyle.
Yes.
Mr. Masterson.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker. Mr. Bishop. Yes. Unanimous.
I've got a little item. I got some trees that had to wait till the crops got harvested and everything, but I've got one on Lover's Lane. It's about to fall in the road, and if it does, it's going to take down the power line and tear the road up too. And one on Polish Lane, similar situation, limbs are falling out in the road. And then Robert Spalding Lane, there's two out there, and those two are just to cut and lay over. The people are going to take the wood, so all we gotta do is cut up and get them off the road. One of them is, if it falls, it's gonna take the roots are gonna take the whole road up. And it's for a total cost of $950 to get all three locations. And I'd like to use my community project money to, for $950 to have those trees removed.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Masterson.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop. Yes. Mr. Coyle.
Yes.
MTA, gentlemen.